Hi everyone, I'm Mac. Today I'll be teaching a nice gentle yoga class. So to begin, we will start on our backs in Shavasana. Let the eyes drift shut, slowly coming into the present moment. Focusing on the breath, a nice slow inhale through the nose, followed by a nice slow exhale through the nose. Gently slowing down, letting the mind stop racing, really just allowing the next 45 minutes to be for you, about you. Focus on your own personal practice. It is here that we will set an intention for today's practice, whether that be to be more focused throughout your day, to be kinder to the people around you, or even just to be kind to yourself. Set an intention that fits your current mindset, the way you feel, and then just focus on that throughout the practice. Relaxing here, releasing all the muscles, just letting yourself be. Feeling the stomach expand with each inhale. Feel it collapse with each exhale. Bringing your focus to what's going on around you. Maybe the birds chirping, or your family in the room next door, or even your own breathing. We'll take a few more breaths here. Gently, we'll blink the eyes open, plant feet on the mat, knees bent, and from here we'll start taking some nice crunches. Starting off the practice with some core. Perhaps lifting the legs into a 90-degree angle, doing whatever suits you today. Continuing a nice, thorough breath. We'll do a few more. And then we'll start with some bicycle crunches. So opposite elbow to opposite knee, extending the leg out completely. One breath, one move. One more each side. And we'll extend the legs up, taking some little toe taps. Inhale up, exhale to the ground. Five more here. Release the arms down. Slowly release the legs all the way down to the mat, melting into a puddle, letting yourself release here. Coming back to the breath. Gentle inhale followed by a gentle exhale. Feeling the stomach rise and fall. Feeling your breath resume its normal pace. The heart rate slow down. Gently, we'll bring the knees into the chest, rocking side to side, massaging out the spine. We'll come to stillness, tuck the hands behind the knees, and slowly rock front to back, front to back. Eventually, we'll roll up into a nice tabletop position. From here, we'll begin by taking some cat-cows. So inhale, gaze to the ceiling, look up, arch the back for cow. Exhale, curve the spine and look in between the knees for cat. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. One breath, one move. Taking these at your own pace. Perhaps taking some nice organic movements, some neck rolls perhaps, moving through the hips, doing whatever your body needs today. We'll come to stillness, bringing the right arm to the sky, threading the needle through underneath your left arm, letting the right ear come to the mat. Either extending that front arm or twisting it across the back. Breathing here, getting comfortable. We'll be here for a few moments. Gently place the left hand on the mat, sweep the right arm up, coming back to a neutral tabletop. Cycling through a cow and then a cat. Coming to stillness. We'll bring the left arm up, threading the needle on the other side. Either extending the front arm or twisting it across the back. Letting the eyes drift shut here. Planting the right hand, sweeping the left arm back up, coming again to meet in a nice neutral tabletop. From here, we'll sink back into child's pose, forehead on the mat. We'll slowly walk the hands all the way to the right side of the mat, left hand on top of the right, coming into a nice side stretch. Forehead on the mat. Letting every breath take you a little bit deeper into this stretch. Walking the hands through center, bringing them to the left side of the mat. Coming through center, placing the forehead onto the mat. A few more breaths here in child's pose. We'll gently lift up into tabletop. Curl the toes under, lift the hips towards the sky into downward facing dog. We'll pedal out the feet here. Coming into a nice stable down dog. Perhaps rising up to the toes, pressing down through the heels. Just breathing here. From here, we'll raise the right leg to the sky, opening up through the hip, perhaps looking up towards the sky, past the right armpit. Perhaps taking a few ankle circles, doing whatever you need. Exhale, we'll slowly tap the knee to the opposite elbow. We'll bring it back up. And then we'll come to plant in between the hands. From here, we'll take a gentle half lift, lifting up, keeping the front leg bent. Exhale, we'll release here. Keeping all 10 toes towards the front of the room, we'll rise up into a nice crescent lunge. Arms at the sky. We'll breathe here and open up into warrior two. gaze over the front hand. Arms parallel to the ground, hips square towards the back of the room. Breathing here. We'll exhale, bring the elbow to the front knee, sweeping the left arm overhead. Breathing here to a nice side angle. Perhaps taking the front arm down to the mat to get a deeper stretch. From here, we'll step back into a high lunge, bringing up the right arm into a nice twist, dragonfly twist. We'll bring the hands, plant it, step back through plank, going through your flow. Coming on to the front of the hands, sinking down, lifting up through up dog, and meeting in downward facing dog. Breathing here for a few breaths. From here, we'll bring the left leg up, opening up through the hip. Taking a few ankle twists, doing whatever you need. We'll bring the knee, tap the opposite elbow, bring it back up, stepping through in between the hands. We'll gaze up, taking a halfway lift here, and then we'll release back down to the mat. From here, we'll rise up into a crescent lunge, gaze towards the ceiling or straight in front of us. Breathing here. Opening up into a warrior two, hips square, gaze towards the front of the room. Stick with your breath here. A nice inhale followed by an exhale. From here, we'll slowly lean forward, elbow on the knee, gaze overhead. Taking this however you did on the other side, a nice side angle. We'll bring the hands down to the mat, plant the right hand, lift the left arm up, dragonfly twist. All 10 toes facing the front of the room. We'll plant the hand down, step back through plank, go through your chaturanga, inhale up, and then we'll meet in downward facing dog. Holding here for 3 to 5 breaths. Once you've completed a cycle of breath, bring the right leg up, opening up through the hip. Tap the opposite elbow, bring it back up, and plant it in between the hands. From here, we'll take a halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, we'll release back down. We'll sweep the arms up to the sky in a nice crescent lunge. From here, we'll open up to the side into a nice warrior two. Front knee bent at a 90-degree angle. We'll lean forward, elbow on the knee, lift the top arm up into a nice side angle. Bringing both hands to the mat, rising the right arm up, holding here, breathing here. We'll plant the hand, step back through plank, going through your flow. When your hips reach downward facing dog, we'll bring the left leg up, tapping the elbow, bring it back up, and then plant the foot in between the hands. From here, we'll lift up halfway. Exhale, release back down. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. crescent lunge. Holding here, breathing here. We'll transition to warrior two, keeping the front knee bent, maintaining a nice, steady rhythm of breath. Placing the elbow on the knee, sweeping the arm overhead into side angle. Planting the right hand on the mat, sweeping the left arm up, dragonfly twist. We'll plant both hands, step back through plank, going through your flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Holding here, breathing right here, right now. We'll cycle through this one more time. So we'll begin by bringing the right leg up, opening through the hip, tapping the opposite elbow, bring it back up, planting it in between the hands. From here we'll take a half lift, exhaling back down. We'll inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, holding here. We'll open up through the arms into warrior two, gaze towards the front fingertips. Plant the elbow on the knee, sweep the left arm up overhead into side angle. Coming all the way through, planting the left hand, sweeping the right arm up into dragonfly twist. From here, we'll plant both hands, cycling through plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. We'll bring the left leg up, three-legged dog, tap the elbow, inhale it back up, exhale, bring it forward in between the hands. We'll halfway lift here. Exhale, release back down to the mat. Sweeping the arms up overhead on the inhale, holding here in crescent lunge. We'll open up into warrior two, hips facing the side of the room, gaze over the front fingertips. We'll transition into side angle, feeling the side of your body opening up here. We'll plant the right hand, sweep the left arm up into a nice twist. Holding here, breathing here. We'll plant both hands, stepping back through plank, going through your own flow. Holding in downward facing dog, breathing here. Focus on the breath here, sinking into child's pose if needed. Slowly, we'll walk the feet all the way up in between the hands, coming into a nice forward fold. We'll heel toe the feet in close together and sink back into a chair pose. one last work segment of today's practice. We'll be holding here for a few moments, so get comfortable. If needed, bring the hands to heart center, sink lower or lift a little higher, but make sure you push yourself. Focus on your breath here. Maintain a steady, deep inhale and exhale. Pulling back through your shoulders instead of hunching forward. We'll inhale, exhale, we'll twist to the side. Hook the left elbow over the knee, hold here. Gaze up towards the top elbow. We'll inhale through center, exhale other side. Right elbow over left knee, gaze towards the ceiling. We'll inhale through center and hold here for 10 more breaths. Five more from here, almost there. Inhale, sink a little deeper. Exhale will release into a nice forward fold. Feel the difference between this forward fold and the one you took right before the chair pose. Heel toe the feet back out, hip width apart, letting yourself relax here. Releasing through the head and neck. Gaze between the knees. We'll plant the hands on the mat, stepping back into a downward facing dog. Bringing the right leg up, opening through the hip, bringing the knee forward into pigeon. Planting the leg on the mat, straightening the back leg. We'll inhale, up, exhale, sink down. Placing the forehead on stacked fists, or your hands, or the mat. If this is too painful for your knee, perhaps transitioning to supine pigeon. Coming to lie on your back, right leg, figure four, and grab the left leg. Coming into a nice supine pigeon. If normal pigeon suits you just fine, then you can stay in that. Allowing every exhale to take you a little bit deeper into the posture. If your mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the breath. Focusing on every inhale, every exhale, as it comes in through the nose and out through the nose. breathing through any discomfort, letting yourself sink deeper, feeling the muscles, the tissues loosen with every breath. Slowly we'll rise up onto the hands and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Perhaps pedaling out the feet, regaining energy back in that right hip. When you're ready, bring the left leg up, opening up through the hip, coming into pigeon on the other side. If you took supine pigeon on the right side, feel free to take it on this side as well. We'll release down to the mat, forehead resting on the hands. Releasing here. Slowly, we'll plant the hands under the shoulders and we'll roll onto the left hip. Bringing both legs in front of the body in a nice seated position. From here, we'll sweep the arms to the sky, exhaling, folding forward over our straightened legs. Perhaps grabbing the shins, or the heels or the toes, going as deep and as far as you can. Inhale, we'll slowly lift up, letting ourselves come all the way onto our backs. Taking any finishing postures you need, whether that be legs up the wall, shoulder stand, maybe happy baby. Whenever you're ready, bringing the legs long on the mat, the hands beside you, letting the eyes drift shut. Into Shavasana, your final resting posture of today's practice. Letting go of any tension in the body. Fully relaxing here. Perhaps coming back to your intention, thinking about it, thinking how you'll carry it into the rest of your day. Feeling grateful that you chose to practice yoga today. Fully relaxing here. Letting go of tension in the jaw, in between the eyebrows, maybe in the hands, the fingers. Letting yourself just be. Slowly, we'll start to wiggle fingers, toes, gently bringing ourselves back to the present moment. Maybe circling the ankles, the wrists. We'll take the arms overhead for a nice long body stretch. From here, we'll gently roll to one side, pushing up into a nice, easy, seated position. We'll bring the hands to rest on the knees and let the eyes drift shut. From here, we'll bring the hands to heart center and bow forward. Namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing yoga with me today. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was just what